Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I am doing my monthly favorites for June. We've gone past June now, so it's this month was alright, you know. I kind of had my ups and downs like everyone normally does. I've been busy with work and testing out lots of new makeup, some hits, some misses, some okays, and I wanted to just share that with you guys today. I'm going to start off with non-makeup related stuff, so I'm going to start off with TV shows because I thought let's go all over the place. So of course, if you've been living under a rock, Stranger Things season 4 has been on, and is it season 4 or season 5? I don't even know. I've really enjoyed so far this season. The last season I wasn't too big on, and a couple of people that I've spoken to, some of my close friends were really big Stranger Things fans, have also agreed that the last season just wasn't kind of as good. But for like somehow this season so far they've only got out like part 1, but so much is happening, but some of the characters are truly being wasted. Like I feel like 11 is being wasted. I feel like Will and Mike and kind of like they've separated from kind of the other group, and it's just a little bit like do something about it. Like, come on, do something with these characters. And obviously part 2 is coming up very soon, hopefully what I think is like 1st of July. And of course my favorite character is Eddie, because he's everyone's favorite character right now. He's a metalhead, he's pretty cool. Yeah, I can't wait for part 2 to come out. I've been watching The Boys as well. Absolutely love that show. Like, I started watching it I think after like halfway through season 1 was on telly. I love Carl Urban. He is an amazing actor, he's brilliant. The whole cast is just really good, and I feel like this season is just like still with the punches. Like, you've got your nudity, you've got your weird stuff happening that I probably can't even talk about on YouTube, because even though I'm not monetized, I'm sure my video would be like red flags. I don't want that to happen obviously, but I talk about it a lot on my Twitter because I like to be quite vocal on like my tweets and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen The Boys and you're very intrigued, take it slowly, because it's very like full on, but it's really great. It's a lot of fun. I today saw, which is my day off, I went to see The Black Phone, which is a movie with Ethan Hawke in it. It is absolutely fucking fantastic. It's written by Joe Hill, who is actually Stephen King's son, and I actually listened to well, I haven't even got to the Black Phone mini story in the book, so which is 20th Century Ghosts, which is the book of short stories. I am very looking forward to getting to the Black Phone section. I was hoping to kind of get to the book section before I saw the film, but I didn't want to wait to see the film because I don't know how long it's going to be in cinemas for, and I'm going to be working a lot, hopefully over like the month or 2 to kind of get some money in. But you know what, I really enjoyed it. It's directed by the same guy who did Sinister, and of course Ethan Hawke's in Sinister as well. He's not even in this movie that much, but he is so fucking scary. He is so creepy, and obviously that's the whole point, because he is the villain. The kids in it are amazing. The acting is for once tolerable, because kids in movie can be really fucking annoying. They are so good at it. I really recommend it if you love horror, kind of psychological thrillers, and just kind of like slightly slow pace but hits you with a punch. This movie is probably right up your street, so definitely go and see it. I'm going to talk about some other stuff now, which is again not makeup related. I'm going to talk about a skincare product, which I never really do because my skincare has to be quite specific because of my rosacea. But I've recently been using the Aveeno Calm and Restore cleanser. I love this. So of course for my channel I put on a lot of makeup, so when I do remove my makeup I use like a reusable, I guess it's like a muslin cloth with some water, and then I cleanse. So I do cleanse, like a double cleanse, because I have to get as much as I can out of my pores, because it's important to do that. But when I use this, it's really nice on my skin. It's so soft. I feel like with oats, oats are very like kind of exfoliating on the skin as well, but again it's very calm. So this is a gentle cleanser that hydrates, to preserve skin's moisture barrier. So this is for normal and dry skin. I have very combination skin, but I have very sensitive skin as well. I saw this in Boots for like, I think it must have been like £3-4, and I've really wanted to try Aveeno for ages because it's right up my street. It's like fragrance free, and it's just like, there's like no foaming, no comedogenic, what the hell does that mean? Comedogenic, I don't know. And it's like for sensitive skin as well. So this is right up my street. I love the way it feels. I use a nice moisturizer afterwards just to kind of get my skin nice and settled before I go to bed. So I absolutely love this. If you have sensitive skin and you want a nice cleanser, this is definitely it. A body spray that I've been using, again, very odd for me to talk about certain stuff like this, but I kind of like to talk about other things than makeup sometimes. But this is the So Unique body spray. This is like a body mist. So when I use sprays or perfumes, I like mine to be very sweet. I'm a very kind of like sugary sweet person. So when I got this from Boots as well, I think I got this for like $1.50 or something. So this is the vanilla candy, sugar and marshmallow body spray. I love this. It's so sickly, but I've been using it like every day and I've barely gone down like anything, and I've had this for about a month, if that. I do use it every day. I use a nice couple of spritz and it does last me quite a while. It does stay on my clothes and obviously on my skin as well. But yes, So has always been a brand that I've wanted to try, especially with body mist, because I'm not a perfume kind of person. Perfumes tend to be quite powerful for me. So I know when I used to work in Lush, they would have perfumes and it would be so damn strong, as well as the shop as well. But some of the smells, for example, like citrus and oranges, they give me migraines. So I really need to keep away from any type of like strong orange smell. So that's why I tend to go for something a bit more sweet. I love this. They have a nice range of other ones as well. So I believe they have a citrus ones and they have a couple of other ones, but for me, this is it. So I'm going to talk about a really interesting product next. So I mentioned a month or two ago that I've been having a lot of struggle with sleeping, especially when I was like not working, when I got made like redundant and I kind of couldn't work for a few weeks. And I wasn't sleeping because I had no energy and stuff like that. I found a brand on Instagram called Loops, and they essentially, or Loop, they have earbuds that you can like go to sleep in, and it really helps. So I picked up a pair and I got one for my husband as well. These are really good. I basically I try and not have complete silence when I sleep, but any type of noise, it wakes me up, especially if I'm not tired. So I was like forcing myself to go to sleep, and then when I got this, so the first night I didn't do too well with them because I woke up in the middle of the night and I started feeling really claustrophobic. I think because the earbud itself was like too big. So one thing that is pretty great with Loop as well, and these are pretty affordable, you get a little carry case. You get obviously the earbuds that you put on as well. You do get some sizes to kind of change. So essentially you would have to take off this bit, like the top bit, you'd like pull it out, and then you can put on a smaller size or a bigger size if you wish. These are £13. I know that's not like very affordable, but the other ones that I've seen online, and they do different varieties of these ones. These ones I was just like the most simple one. They're good for like traveling and for like flights and for sleeping and for like live concerts and stuff like that. It really does help block out a lot. And now when I go to bed these days, I think I just use one, because I feel like if I'm getting up for work and I'm just paranoid that I won't hear my alarm, even though sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and one of them is like on my bed somewhere, that's not a negative aspect to kind of about it, because I think for me, I just need it to fall asleep too. So when I fall asleep, it takes me a little while to kind of like be awoken, unless I know I have to be awake. So sometimes my body will wake me up at 6 in the morning, or it'll wake me up at 8 o'clock or anything like that. But I feel like having something like Loop is really nice, and again, it's so comfortable on my ear. It's so easy to use. You just pop it in and you kind of like twist it to kind of like make it comfortable in your earlobe here. That's your earlobe, but as in like your ear kind of gap. thing, whatever you want to call it. But I do feel like these are really good, and especially if you struggle with sleeping, or if you have travel anxiety and you kind of just want to like block yourself off from people. I use my headphones, but if you don't want to listen to music or podcasts, these are great. Again, traveling on like flights or trains, really, really good. So now we're going on to the makeup 10 minutes later. My God, I'm already out of breath. Let's start off. I'm just going to go with like random stuff because I have products that are great and not so great. And I'm just going to start off with a foundation. So She Glam foundation. This is really good. I was so surprised because I thought it was going to be a bit shit, because She Glam are not exactly the most well known, I guess, when it comes to quality, although pretty much everything I've tried from She Glam has been really good. So I've not had, maybe I had one of the eyeshadow palettes which is a bit but this foundation has surprised me. If you want to check out my video reviewing it, please do, because I feel like I give a bit more. I do obviously give a bit more information. It's like a first impressions, but this is so good. It does remind me of the KVD vegan balm foundation, obviously, which was very popular or unpopular like last year. But this is really, really nice. I mean, I've used it twice now and I feel like it works so well on my skin. It's so comfortable. It doesn't budge that quick, which is what I need at this time of year. I don't know what I'm going to use for like my friend's wedding. They're getting married in like in less than 2 weeks. I don't even know which foundation I'm going to use. It's going to be hot. It's going to be a long day. I'm kind of tempted to like see how I will go with this, but this is very affordable. I think it was like £11 or less than that. And it's got a great shade selection. It's got a lot of descriptions. It comes with a leaflet in here to tell you how to use it, but I did use a stippling, like a normal foundation brush, tapped it on, worked amazing. Again, so surprised but very happy. A great product. A product that I did also like is the Honey Do Me Up by NYX. So I was recently gifted this by NYX, and I really like it. It's the first obviously time that I've tried it. It's a really nice primer, very tacky. I love the way it kind of feels on my skin, very moisturizing, and it does grip my foundation on really nicely. I used it with the NYX oh my god, what's it called, the like, not, it's like Born to Glow kind of foundation. Amazing. It works so nicely. It's just got that nice base that I feel like I'm starting to prefer a bit more. So yeah, that's very nice. Let's go on to product that didn't really work for me. So we've got the Essence Hydro Hero. This was a bit too deep for me. So this is the shade Soft Nude. Like, it's not even that. It's like the second or third shade, and it made me look a bit orange. I think the quality of it was okay. Very buildable. It has like an SPF of 15, which I think is better than nothing. I'm trying to be positive. But this foundation just wasn't like amazing. It did like take a while to build up. I think I do need to give it another go, maybe with another primer to see how that works. This was okay. It's very affordable, so I think it was like £4.50 maybe. I got it from Wilkinson's. It's okay. It's not like, wow, I need to like constantly use this, because it's not that damn good. So next, let's go on to some blushes. So you guys know I'm a big blush fan, and recently I picked up this Cheeky Shot by Revolution. This is terrible. I basically have only used it once, but I think using it once was maybe more than enough. I saw this on Just My Look website way before it came out on the Revolution website. It's basically one where you like, the product is inside, but you need to like tap in the little thing sponge to get it working. It's barely getting anything out, and it's really frustrating because if you guys know me, you know I like to have a lot of blush, very pigmented, like standing out. This did not do that. I know it's meant to be like a tint, but for a blush you would feel that it would give it a bit more oomph, give a bit more like colour to it. It just doesn't work very well. It's only about £4, £5, and I feel like it was £5 spent, like not in a good way, like badly spent. I kept this in my declutter because I did film some decluttering because I'm actually moving next month, and I kept this because I want to give it another go, and I will in another video, but still this was a bit of a fail for me. I did get the Be Perfect the Cheek, which is their new liquid blushes. I thought this was okay, so I felt like the shade I got was a little bit too light, but I want, again, I'm trying different tones when it comes to blushes. I just don't want the simple red or like, you know, simple my normal blush tone. So I'm going a bit deeper, I'm going a bit middle here and there. I got the shade Blushing, and I like, you know, you get a nice amount for your product. I just felt like it needed a bit more to be built up. Like, it's a very nice tone, it's a very like peachy kind of like dark nude tone. I feel like it could have done with a bit more, like a bit more kind of pigmentation when you blend it out, because when you do blend it out, it kind of fades away. And I'm trying not to repeat myself, but I want my blush to stand out. I guess using a lot more product would give it that oomph, but I felt like it could have been a little bit more pigmented. But I do like it, like it's very heavy as well, like it's not going to be like crazy travel friendly, but I do feel like you get a lot for your money, and especially if you're building it up, you'll be using a lot more than normal. A blush that I do need to use again, because the first time I used it wrong, was a Made by Mitchell blush, and I got this on TikTok for £2. So I have mentioned in some of my videos recently that you should, like, if you use TikTok and you want to try out some products, definitely keep an eye on their stores, because a lot more companies are trying to sell via TikTok, and some of them are legit. So of course, when I saw this for £2, I was like, there's no way that this is £2. But I went on the page and it's them, and I guess for a first time buyer you do get a more affordable version. Now when I do look on there, the coupons are more like, you can still get this blush for like £7 or £8, which I still feel is really worth it, because I think normally these are about £13-14. And I did mention in my video about this that a few people have mentioned that this is like the exact same product. I can't say yes or no, because I've got very different shades. They're very different in the sense of like consistency. So when I use this, actually I used a sponge, so I felt like it didn't give me the correct kind of blend that I needed. So I've been seeing that Mitchell has been using a brush, so next time I use this I will use a blush brush, because I feel like that might give me a better outcome. Of course, that's like crazy pigmented. This is the shade Where's the SPF, so this is obviously a red, so it's going to be a bit more oomph, but I feel like we can deal with it. So next I'm going to go and talk about Profusion. So I did get their blush, which I mentioned reminds me of the She Glam one. I do prefer the She Glam one, but this one is still pretty nice. I mean, the doe foot is exactly the same, the packaging is exactly the same. They're not the same product per se. This is a much deeper shade, so this is the shade Paloma. So this is quite similar to the blush, and when you do blend it out, it does blend out quite nicely. It turns into more of a pinkier tone than the SPF one, which is just red. But I do feel like this is quite nice. This is about £5, so Profusion are pretty affordable, and I do feel like they have a lot of potential when it comes to selling their products. They did have, when I picked up this collection, they did have like a dupe for the P. Louise eye base. I accidentally picked up her eye base. I was supposed to show you guys the Profusion one, but it's basically like this. Is pretty much the same. The one I got was like completely white, and so when I added the shade on top of it, you did get a nice kind of outcome. I think the base I got was like £3, so it's pretty affordable, but I think it was like part of a Christmas collection, I'm not 100% sure. Also, I picked up their eyeshadow palette, which I used in that video. I do like this palette, it's very nice. The colors are like right up my street. The pigmentation is insane. The shimmers are absolutely stunning. I really like Profusion. I want to try more of their products. I can't wait for them to try out to bring out anything else because I definitely will be picking up things. A product that I felt was okay but not worth the money per se was the P. Louise cut carver. So I did a video where I actually used the products to like cut my crease and do something a bit more different. I'm not that great at it, but I just wanted to see if it was worth the money. This is normally £15, and although you do get a lot of product, I really don't feel like you should spend £15 on something that you can use like a kind of balm. This is a balm remover, but you can just use a makeup wipe or something to get rid of it. You do get, again, a lot of product in here, and I felt like it did do a really good job because you essentially use like a corner flat brush to kind of carve out what you want, and then it would just like blend away. Basically you just wipe it off and it goes. So again, it's worth it, but keep an eye out on their TikTok because I'm pretty sure they've sold this for like half price, like £7 or something, and then I think it's probably worth it. But again, £15, a little bit too much. So the last two products I'm going to talk about are eyeshadows, but these are very different. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Danessa Merrick's Colour Fix Glaze in the shade Cupcake. I got this on Beauty Bay for like, I think it was like £10. It's normally like £15-16, but I really wanted to try it because I've heard Danessa's makeup is amazing. I felt like this was okay. It had to be very buildable. It's got a very like tacky base to it, so I did add a shimmer on top which looked outstanding. It looked beautiful, but I feel like maybe next time I might pick up one of the shimmer ones instead. What I might do is again try it but leave it on a bit longer, just because I only kept it on for, I'd say, about half an hour. It did start to crease slightly. My eyelids are very oily, but this is meant to be like a 24-hour kind of stay glaze. I don't think it would really do that for me, so maybe this product is kind of not that great for me, but I will probably try it on my lip and cheeks maybe next time, maybe on my cheeks as a blush. It's a bit deeper obviously than what I would normally go for per se with something like this, but I want to kind of give it a go to see, because of course this is probably for those with deeper skin tones, but I will try it still because there's no harm in that. And then the last product I want to talk about is something that I was truly shocked and amazed by, and it's the Clair Cosmetics duochrome eye gel thing. It's like a really long name, like an eye potion. The video I did on this I really liked. It's just the fact that this product is £21 and you get a little pot, but it's a duochrome pot. I will show you guys very quickly in case you haven't seen my video on it, just what it looks like, because it's actually insane. And I'm really tempted to wear this at my friend's wedding. The only problem is the dress I'm wearing is going to be red, so I don't think this would really blend and work really well, but this is like insanely pigmented. It's very buildable, it's very beautiful. Yeah, I think the only problem is the money, is the price on it, because £21 for this pot. I'm only going to be using it every so often because I don't feel like I want to pay £21 again for something like this. As much as it is very pigmented, it's beautiful, it's like has great payoff, I don't feel like me paying £21 for this is really worth it. I do want to try their powders, like they have shimmer powders, things like that, again for the same price, but I believe they might be a little bit more pricier because they're just a different type of formula. But I do quite like this. I will be keeping hold of this for a while because obviously I want to use it as much as I can, get as much as I can for my money. And that is everything I have enjoyed this month. I know I've been going really quick. I just don't want this video to be like hundreds of hours long. It's already almost 30 minutes, like that's insane. Let me know what your monthly favorite product has been. I'm very intrigued because next month might be less purchases, but again I'll still be doing a lot more videos with products that I have. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. Hope you guys are doing very well, and I do hope to see you in the next one. Bye.